Are you okay with butt squeezing? Because if you are...
So the implication is that you think he did do it.
Today, the big allegation still looms in Potomac. JoJo and Jordan are here to get the jump on tonight's Bachelorette tell-all.
You are a psychopath.
Karma is a and you're gonna get yours.
And comedy legend Jeff Foxworthy is here to bring the funny.
Holy cow, your life is about to change.
This is your reality check.
This is all very shady.
Hey everybody, happy Monday. Hope you all had a fantastic weekend. So glad you could join us. I am Lyndsey Rodrigues. Welcome to Reality Check. Joining me today is one of the most genetically blessed couples to ever walk the earth. It is JoJo Fletcher and Jordan Rodgers. Welcome, lovebirds.
Hi.
How are you guys?
So good. I mean, you just started us out with a great compliment.
I guess. We got to keep you around because I need that for my ego.
It's just ridiculous.
Oh,
I mean, the two of you were clearly made for each other, both in looks and obviously in your heart as well. So I'm absolutely thrilled to meet you and to have you here. Later on, JoJo and Jordan will be answering some of your questions. So make sure you tweet us at PeopleTV, and we'll get to those a little bit later on in the show. Now, of course, your 3 million followers know you from season 12 of The Bachelorette, but you also have a new show on CNBC premiering soon called Cash Pad, which we'll be talking about in just a little bit. But we always start this show with something called the Top 5. So are you ready? Yeah, we're going to rub our hands together. Top 5. All right, well, at number 5, the next generation of Kardashians was spotted together at their great-grandmother MJ's 85th birthday party this weekend. Khloe shared a cute clip of True North and Chicago bonding at the celebration. Kim's eldest North was wearing a bold orange look as she pulled out a toy doll from her designer handbag for her little sister Shy, who was dressed in a really cute East Asian-inspired dress. Meanwhile, Khloe's daughter True watched the exchange while wearing a dress in what seemed to be her signature color, baby blue. Now, I mean, these kids are adorable already. Do you think that they're just going to continue to blaze the torch in terms of fashion and makeup and business and maybe law?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Those are the most fashionable, like, so ahead of their time kids that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Also, that bag probably costs more than anything I own.
Oh, totally.
Including my car.
I swear when I was their age, I was dressed in a Hessian sack, no shoes. You know?
Oh my gosh, they're honestly so stinking cute.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's got to be like 5 years until they have their own TV show.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, like not much longer than that.
And I will be watching.
and we all will be watching.
Yes. At number 4, Amy Duggar King revealed the name of her first child. The pregnant reality star who is expecting her first baby with Dylan King made an announcement sharing the unique name they have chosen for their baby on the way. Baby K has a name, she wrote on Instagram, alongside a very cute photo of the baby boy's name written in the sand with her bump in view. It said, "We love you so much, Daxton Ryan." She captioned the post with that. Amy and Dylan first announced their pregnancy news in April and revealed that they were expecting a boy due in October. What do you guys think of the name Daxton?
Okay, I'll tell you what, we have already started thinking about baby names.
Right.
We only have girl names. We have not been able to think of one boy name, but I love Daxton. Do you love that?
Ooh, what do you think, Jordan?
Everybody we meet, get interviewed by, she's like, "Oh, what do you think about that name?"
Do you like
today,
Daxton?
we interviewed someone named Shane. She's like, "Oh, what do you think about that for a girl?" I'm like,
Do you
Shane
like
for a
Daxton?
girl?
"I think Daxton's cool. Yeah, it's okay."
See, he's tough. With the guy.
We got to
I
agree
like
on this
it.
thing, though, right?
Yeah, it's
we
okay.
gotta-
You got some time. What do you like for a girl?
So we like, there's an androgynous sort of name. So like boy names for girls. What do we have on there? We have Carson, I guess is kind of boy girl.
Yeah.
Carson.
that.
We have, what else do we have?
I can't remember.
I got on my
we have
phone
a list on our
whole
phone.
list.
We have a whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, they're
Oh, amazing.
ranked too. Like this one first, and then.
I mean, we were talking about the Kardashian kids being cute. You guys are going to have real cute kids as well.
Couple years, I think.
Yeah, you got some time. You got some time. At number 3, this is a sad one, unfortunately. Dog the Bounty Hunter is still mourning the loss of his wife, Beth Chapman, almost a month after she passed away. Dog posted a sweet tribute to his late wife as the 1-month anniversary of her death approaches. He captioned the photo of Beth smiling, "My baby." His daughter-in-law, Jamie Chapman, commented on the post, "I miss her so much." Beth, who was diagnosed with stage 2 throat cancer in September 2017, died on June 26 at the age of just 51. So, of course, we continue to send our condolences to Dog and his family, right?
Prayers to their families
So
to
sad.
love the TV show with Beth and Dog.
And
So
51 is
awful.
just too young to go. So, yeah.
Definitely our
thoughts with them.
condolences for sure.
Absolutely. At number 2, he may be down, But unfortunately, he's not out. It is all about Luke P as he takes the hot seat on tonight's Bachelorette Men Tell All special. Luke P sat down with host Chris Harrison to explain some of the most controversial actions he took this season while vying for Hannah B's attention and heart. According to Chris Harrison, though, Luke fell very short of redemption. Chris says he gave Luke many chances to redeem himself, but he never really got there. Hannah B actually told People that she was happy to be done with Luke P once and for all, and she says it was good to know that it really was the last time I'd be able to say my piece about the relationship that I had with him. Now, Connor Saley also had some things to say about Luke, so let's check that out.
You know, honestly, I wish I had said this earlier to you, but just, man, like, you're a liar, manipulator, you're controlling, and you honestly are a psychopath. And I think everything you're about to hear tonight, you deserve.
He unleashed, didn't he?
Really did.
I'm glad I never had to sit there on the Men Tell All. Like,
yeah.
oh, gosh.
But I mean, what do you think Luke P is going to say in retaliation? Like, what possible excuse do you think he could provide for his behavior this season?
I just don't see an excuse coming out of him. I feel like it's going to be the deflection. I don't know, and that's not an easy seat to be in.
I bet.
I feel like when we've seen something like this happen before, like, defending yourself is not the way to go. Like apologizing, realizing, yes, otherwise you're going to dig yourself a deeper hole.
Yeah,
so if he goes there and he starts trying to like back up his actions.
Yeah.
Not
and
good.
the thing is, it's Luke P, so we know that we're not
He
going to.
will.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
just
I mean,
going to
come
dig
on.
deeper.
I don't know if this is going to be good for him.
It's not.
It's going to be bad.
His hair looked good though. So.
Either way, it's going to be good TV. Let's just say that. I just hope that he has another shower epiphany where God speaks to him again and says, chill out. That's what I want for him. At number 1, Ashley Darby put on a brave face for her Real Housewives of Potomac co-stars after a cameraman alleged that her husband, Michael Darby, groped his butt while filming. Turns out that Ashley was really struggling behind the scenes because on last night's episode, she admitted that she chose not to reveal how she was really feeling to the ladies or even to Michael because she was afraid of hurting him, saying, I knew if I broke down, he would feel guilty, so I wanted to be strong for him. So when I saw everybody, I put on my smiling face. She wanted to say that she didn't want anyone to think that she didn't believe her husband. Now, you guys are getting married next year, and you're such a strong unit, both on and off screen. How important do you think it is to put on a happy face and sort of mask any like relationship problems for the sake of your friends?
I think there's a fine line there. I am a firm believer in not just totally exposing all the things that are private in your relationship. But when it comes to like your close girlfriends and your friends and people that you can trust and lean on, that's what they're there for. So I think that there's a balance on being respectful to your partner.
Of course.
But also, you know, feeling like you can talk about things and maybe get a little bit of advice or get a little bit of, I don't know, just help in that sort of situation.
That's sort of community support.
It's extremely healthy. If you're masking all your feelings and you're bottling that up and you have no one to talk to, especially if it has to do with your spouse or your boyfriend, your girlfriend, that's not healthy. You gotta find someone.
Some outlet.
You need an outlet.
Yes,
we had a really rough first year. We had a really rough
we did.
first year. We each had friends that we were able to confide in and help us walk through that. And I think if we didn't have that.
But at the same time, we also did a little bit of masking, I think, because it was our first year out and we didn't want everyone to know.
It was so public for you guys.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So, and I don't think that was very healthy. So I kind of see a little bit of both sides to it, but I think it's so important to have your people to lean on and that kind of stuff.
I'm so glad you guys came out the other side. And of course, you do have this new show that I really want to speak to you about. So we're going to talk to you about that. It's called Cash Pad. It's on CNBC. We're going to go to break, but right after, we're getting into that show, so stay tuned.
The renovation is going to cost $50,000 to $65,000.
Oh, wow.
Welcome back to the show. I am still joined by Bachelorette couple JoJo Fletcher and Jordan Rodgers, who are the stars of the new CNBC show Cash Pad, which premieres tomorrow night at 10 p.m. I'm very excited for this. Now, before we get into the show, you guys got engaged on The Bachelorette. Congratulations. A very romantic moment. Beautiful photo of the two of you right there, reliving it. So it seems like things are going amazingly for the two of you, and you just bought your first home together.
Oh my gosh.
It's been a big week.
It has been a very big week.
Congratulations, first of all. So the home is in Dallas, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's in Dallas, and all the houses we've lived in have been renovation projects that we've bought to renovate, and then we're going to flip or rent, but we had nowhere to go. So we've been bouncing through our renovation projects.
We've needed more space, though.
Yes.
Just for an example, like if I want to get dressed in the morning, I got to go get my underwear out of a guest closet, and I got to walk back to our closet to get my shorts, and then my shirts are probably in another dresser drawer somewhere.
That was what our arguments have been about.
Seriously?
This diva complaining about having, I'm in 3 closets too.
It should take 5 minutes when it takes 10 minutes because I got to walk
You're
back
getting
and
your
forth.
steps in, though.
That's
Think about
true.
that. You're getting your steps
A little
in.
exercise.
Well, look, when you met on The Bachelorette, did you already have a shared passion for home renovation and design and these sort of entrepreneurial skills?
Well, I've been doing this for almost 10 years.
Yeah.
Jordan, when we first got together, I think you've always kind of liked this
I've tinkered
realm.
with making like patio furniture out of, pallet wood and stuff like that.
But when we got together, I had bought a property to renovate right before I found out I was going to be the Bachelorette. So it was just sitting there for a couple months while we filmed. We came back to Dallas. I was like, babe, I have this house we need to renovate. Took him over there. It was a hoarder house.
Didn't know what I was getting into.
It was so
Free labor.
bad.
Wasn't getting paid either.
So that is his start into renovation.
And obviously it's going swimmingly for you. It's working out really well because we actually asked fans to tweet us questions to PeopleTV. And at eCardStars wants to ask, what is the key to renovating a home?
Oh, there's so many. Really understanding your finances and your budget. I think first and foremost, before you get into anything, have a plan in place, know your numbers, know what you're comfortable spending. Always allow for 10 to 15, sometimes 20% over that.
20%?
Oh, stuff
Sometimes-
always happens.
Yes,
Oh,
you don't want to go like that, but sometimes
Yeah.
it happens. So I would just say,
prepared.
have a plan. Don't go into this saying you're just going to figure it out along the way.
Yeah.
Because you could be living in a home that never finishes.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
yes.
Yeah, and they say that, going through home renovations can be one of the most stressful things that you can do as a family or as a couple. Would you agree with that sentiment?
Would you agree with that?
I would agree, and people warned us not to do this. They said, if y'all want to break up, renovate a house together.
Or start a business.
So you were like, we'll do both.
We did
So we did
both.
At the same time as planning a wedding
Yes.
and fulfilling the media commitments
Yeah.
as well.
You know what it is? You're so dead tired after a day of renovating. You don't got time to bicker about anything.
You don't care.
You're like, I love you. You're amazing.
Love you. Good
I'm gonna
night.
Good night.
like out.
Amazing.
Wow, we really keep the romance alive.
Well, talking about keeping the romance alive, I know that you had a little bit of a mishap during one of the renovations where you fell on a nail
I
and
did.
your lovely bride-to-be here had to spray some Bactine or something on your butt.
This was real life, people. I was in a dumpster looking for a piece of a countertop that we had thrown away, or
Right.
accidentally I had thrown away, and I just lost my balance, and this was not made for TV. I literally fell right into a nail that right in my butt cheek.
Okay, why did you have to make that sound when
Because
you did that?
it was
I mean,
it,
it's
it was
accurate, I would
bleeding.
think.
It was a real. There was a nail in my butt
Well, look,
cheek.
you're sitting. You seem to be sitting fine.
It's
so
healed
you,
up.
You
It
healed?
was bruised and cut. But you know what? What a champ. She's like,
I
all right,
know.
let's go.
Hey,
You had captured that photo. You were like, this is love, people.
really
That's my
was.
pre-med major coming in handy right there. That's the one thing I was a biology major and I did nothing with it. So I'm glad I got to use my sanitation cleaning
Exactly.
stitch-up
Because
skills
my
for you.
butt needed
And
it.
no injuries to report since?
Good sense.
Oh,
Yeah, and I can
excellent.
wipe my butt on my own now,
Excellent.
despite needing help the one time.
Amazing.
Or we went
Amazing.
there.
Well, look, we have to ask you about the current season of The Bachelorette, of course, because it's been eventful to say the very least. Luke P has been a central figure in all this season, as we mentioned in the top 5. And we thought we may have seen the last of him last week, but then in the finale preview, it hints otherwise. Watch this.
Hannah thought there's no way I'd want to be with her anymore after the last thing she told me, and she's sadly mistaken. This isn't over for me yet. This is my heart we're talking about here.
This is not about your heart. Leave.
He's kind of menacing. And
Girl.
it's like, I know that he
Yes.
probably means well and thinks he's being romantic, but to me that just comes across as very full on.
Stage
What do you-
5.
Yeah, like what do you, stage 5 clinger.
Oh, yeah.
What do you guys make of it?
I don't think that the music that the producers put behind it really helped
That's
his
true.
case.
That's true.
Because it makes him look very creepy. But I had this same thing happen on my season.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I always feel like when a guy gets sent home and they're like heartbroken or upset, and you have your producer saying like, "You can still fight for her," you know.
Right.
He's gonna
like,
take
you
that
can't.
chance.
Oh my
can't.
goodness.
And she's probably just so done.
Oh, you can tell.
Good for
She's
her,
like-
though. She's like, no, let's go.
She's
Get
like,
out.
I
out.
love that she just
I
said
know.
leave. It's
Yeah,
so good.
I mean, last week she gave him the finger. She was like, I'm so done with you. I don't know. What do you think we can expect from the Men Tell All tonight? Like, are you excited to hear Jed's side of the story because of the
Yes.
whole girlfriend revelation?
That I'm
Yes.
actually very excited for.
I'm excited about that. And Peter won't be there, will he? No, he won't. But there's been rumors about a couple of these guys and girls. That's the one thing that I really loved about the tell-alls. You get the chance to ask those questions.
Yeah.
So, and I think this one's going to be pretty
fireworks.
Scary with the whole Luke thing, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it seems like they're going to attack him. But to be fair, I mean, they've put up with him in that house for all those months, and he threw baloney at one of them. Like, there's been a lot.
I missed that. That happened.
I tell you what.
Yeah, he threw baloney in Garrett's lap, and he was like, you speak baloney now, and then that just happened to be baloney right there. And he
I got a great question. Why was there baloney? Do people still eat baloney sandwiches?
My dad
Let's
loves
get some
baloney.
turkey or some roast beef.
It was just like cold cuts on a table.
Why is there cold cut baloney sitting around? What is this?
Hey, we like baloney in the Fletcher family.
They get to make the shopping list, too. I was a part of that. You can get whatever you want, and they're like, baloney.
Well, I think he did that deliberately
Totally.
then, because, I mean, it was good comedic timing and commitment to the props, I guess. You two are just an absolute delight, JoJo and Jordan. Thank you very much for being here. I can't wait to hear more about your upcoming wedding. And, of course, make sure you're watching Cash Pad. It airs tomorrow night on CNBC at 10 p.m. Eastern, where these two lovebirds are going to help homeowners make some lucrative holiday rentals. So make sure you're watching that and get some good tips. I know I will be. We are going to go to break, but when we come back, comedy legend Jeff Foxworthy will be joining me to talk about how he is bringing the funny on NBC, so stay tuned.
The last thing my mother said to me before we started this show was, I'm going to pray for you when you're in L.A.
Welcome back to the show. What a thrill it is to be joined by my next guest. He is a comedy legend, Jeff Foxworthy. Welcome to Reality Check.
Thank you so much. Nice to be here.
It is great to have you here. You have had such an incredible career, and now you are one of the hosts of a new show called Bring the Funny, where you, Chrissy Teigen, and Kenan Thompson judge aspiring comedians who are hoping to win $250,000. Now, this is a really big deal for comedians because,
it is, yeah.
Typically when you think of a stand-up, particularly in the early stages of their career, you think about struggling and just trying to get 5 minutes on the back of someone else's set. So was there anything even remotely like this when you were coming up in the world?
No, probably not. Just that level of exposure. But there were competitions. Like way back in the day, Ed McMahon, who for all you young people was Johnny Carson's sidekick, had a show called Star Search, where it was, almost like America's Got Talent or something, but it was for comedy. And I auditioned for it 6 times and got turned down every time.
Oh, wow.
And then the first time I was ever on Johnny Carson, we go to commercial and Ed leans over and goes, how come you haven't done Star Search? I said, I have. You turned me down 6 times.
Wow.
So, that's what I try to convey as a judge when people don't advance to the next level. It was like, hey, that doesn't mean not forever. It just means you're not ready today, but here's what you can do to be more ready the next time.
I love that. You're giving them constructive feedback, which is like so crucial.
Well, I've been on both. I've won and I've lost. So,
But I like that you're imparting that wisdom on young, hopeful comics, because, I mean, it's tough out there. And, obviously Chrissy Teigen and Kenan Thompson are judges with you. What do you think they each bring to the table? And Amanda Seales as well as
Amanda's amazing.
Yeah.
Amanda's one of the most talented people I've ever been around. For me, I've done stand-up for 35 years, which is so crazy. Most people get into stand-up because it's a springboard to TV and movies. Then when they do it, TV or movies, they don't do stand-up anymore.
Yeah.
I've done the other things. I just like stand-up the best. Kenan probably knows sketch comedy as well as anybody on the planet.
Yeah.
He's longest-running cast member on SNL.
I know.
But Chrissy, I always say Chrissy's the most important judge because she only knows, does it make me laugh or doesn't it?
So
she's kind of the voice of the people.
Yeah, that's such a good point. Yeah, she's like the everyman, even though she's like, the most beautiful woman on the planet.
Right.
But, she's obviously the undisputed MVP of social media as a whole. So it seems appropriate that she's the one that set you up on Instagram. Let's have a look how that played out.
Audience, Jeff Foxworthy is now on Instagram. I made him an account. I'm so happy. I'm proud. Proud mama. Oh, we didn't hit record.
No way. Yeah.
So first of all, what is your handle so we can all follow you?
Real Jeff Foxworthy.
Okay, done. Second of all, are you going to be an Instagram influencer now?
I don't know about an influencer. I was so proud because the first taping, she's like, you're not on Instagram? And I said, no. She goes, she's like my mom. She's setting it up.
Yeah.
And so the last time we got together, I said, hey, Chrissy, I'm up to like 50,000 followers a day. I said, how many do you have? She said, 27 million.
Well, I know.
I'm like, oh, man, I thought I was feeling good till this.
Yeah, but I mean, look, it's only going to get bigger and bigger as the show progresses. And
Well, yeah, and what I do,
there.
if I'm not working, I live in Atlanta, but I have a farm about an hour south. So if I'm not working, I'm literally on a tractor or a bulldozer or something. That's the way I get away from all of this.
Right.
So I started something called Tractor Back Thursdays, and every Thursday I'm like, post a picture of me on my tractor doing something.
I think that's so cool.
Yeah.
People love that. They love that consistency.
They love it's your real life, and you're not trying to sell them anything or hog anything. It's like, here's what I'm doing today. I'm planting corn.
See, you're a social media savvy already. You know, you have it in you. Now, before we go to break, if you could sum up Bring the Funny in a dad joke or a knock-knock joke, what would that joke be?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Ida.
Ida who?
I'd have sworn I didn't like guitar acts until I saw this guy right here. Which is the cool thing about any comedy competition you've ever seen on TV, it's always stand-up. This is everything.
Everything, right?
All you got to do is be funny.
Yeah.
Can be sketch, can be comedy magic, can be guitar acts. But we just want you to be funny however you do it.
And let's be real. With the way that the world is today, the world needs funny. We need a show like this.
We need a laugh.
Yes,
we need to
do.
laugh at ourselves a little bit.
Yes. Well, look, it is time for one last break, but Jeff and I are going to keep hanging out. And when we come back, we're going to hit you with another great moment in reality history. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the show. Here is another golden moment in reality TV history. Enjoy.
I can't be half friend you. It's the last thing I ever wanted.
In this 2009 episode of The Hills, Heidi Montag crashes Lauren Conrad's birthday, hoping to rekindle their friendship.
You were my best friend, but then I started dating this person who did really mean things to me, and I don't know what to do. Because I don't like it, but I still love you.
The former BFFs have been on the outs thanks to Heidi's controversial relationship with Spencer Pratt.
You were the person that I loved and adored more than anyone. My favorite stories are my stories with you. My favorite memories are my memories with you.
Lauren and Heidi's best friend breakup is heartbreaking to watch, but it's definitely one of the greatest moments in reality history.
Maybe we just have a drink. And then we go from there.
I think we all need a drink after that one. Sadly, that is all we have time for today, Mr. Foxworthy. But thank you very much to JoJo Fletcher and Jordan Rodgers for being here earlier. And of course, this amazing man, Jeff Foxworthy, for literally bringing the funny. Make sure you catch his new show on NBC Tuesdays at 10, 9 Central. And remember to follow @People on Twitter to watch the newest Reality Check episode streaming every day at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. I am Lyndsey Rodrigues, and I will check you tomorrow. Jeff, thank you so much.